Did you know ancient Egyptian pharaohs used a secret language, not for magic but for diplomacy? This language belonged to the mysterious Mitanni Empire, nearly lost to history. The Amarna letters reveal high-stakes diplomacy and a hidden secret. The Mitanni elite spoke an early form of Indo-Aryan, a language family that includes Sanskrit and Hindi. The Mitanni built an empire that lasted over 2 centuries, yet their origins remain a mystery. A lost kingdom, a secret language, and a mysterious people who changed history. Who were the Mitanni, and where was their empire? Picture the ancient Near East Egypt, the Hittites, Babylonia, and right in the middle, Mitanni. Their empire stretched across northern Syria and southeastern Turkey, controlling vital trade routes and rivers. The people were mostly Hurrians, but the ruling class, the Mitanni, were Indo-Aryan speakers. It was a multicultural empire from the start. Their capital, Washakani, remains lost, one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Scholars believe it's buried near the Kabur River in Syria, but instability has halted excavations. We know Mitanni mostly from the records of their neighbors, Egyptians, Hittites, Babylonians. It's like trying to understand someone only by reading their mail. Mitanni's presence was felt everywhere, yet they left behind few monuments. Compared to Egypt's pyramids or Hattusa's walls, Mitanni is archaeologically invisible. We piece together their story from fragments, a puzzle with most pieces missing. But that's what makes it so exciting. Every new discovery brings this lost world a little more into focus. The Mitanni were a superpower, fielding massive armies of chariots and challenging pharaohs. Yet their heart remains hidden, their capital a ghost city. Their story is a real-life treasure hunt. The Mitanni are the ghost empire, felt everywhere, seen almost nowhere. Their legacy lingers in the shadows of history, and every clue brings us closer to understanding their world. The search for Washakani continues. The ghost empire waits to be found. The Mitanni's greatest secrets are tied to their identity. The Hurrians, their main population, spoke a language unrelated to any major regional family. Their origins remain a mystery, perhaps from the mountains of Anatolia or the Caucasus. The ruling class, the Marianu warriors, had Indo-Aryan names and gods like Indra, Varuna, and Mitra. How did these gods and people travel from Central Asia to Mesopotamia? The route and timing are unknown. Their capital, Washakani, is still lost. Unlike Troy or Babylon, it's never been found. Finding it would be a game-changer, revealing the Mitanni story in their own words. The Mitanni were also masters of horses. The Kukuli text, a horse training manual, uses Indo-Aryan terms and advanced techniques. Their equestrian science was centuries ahead of its time. Did they develop this knowledge themselves, or bring it from afar? The Mitanni's origins, their lost capital, and their horse mastery remain unsolved mysteries. Each question is a clue to a deeper story. The answers could rewrite ancient history. The Mitanni enigma endures. How did Mitanni rise so quickly? In the 16th century BCE, the Near East was in chaos. Babylon had fallen, the Hittites were weak, and Egypt was divided. Into this power vacuum rode the Hurrian tribes, led by their Indo-Aryan elite. Their secret weapon, the light two-wheeled war chariot. The Mitanni perfected chariot warfare, combining superior horse training with a disciplined warrior class. They united Hurrian city-states under a single king, forging a new identity. The first kings, like Kurta and Shutarna, laid the foundation. Parshatatar expanded the kingdom into an empire, seizing key cities and trade routes. Mitanni became a major player, controlling the crossroads of the ancient world. Their rise was swift. Within generations, they challenged Egypt's expansion. Even the great Thutmose III couldn't break their hold on Syria. The Mitanni had arrived, forging an empire from chaos. Their chariots dominated the plains, and their kings shaped the destiny of the region. In a world of turmoil, they seized the moment. The Mitanni story is one of bold moves and brilliant timing. They turned chaos into opportunity and built an empire. What made the Mitanni special? In a word, chariots. They didn't invent them, but they perfected them. Lighter, faster, and deadlier than ever before. Their chariot teams, driver and archer, were the ancient world's tank divisions. The key was their expertise with horses, rooted in Indo-Aryan knowledge. The Kukuli text reveals advanced training methods, feeding regimens, exercise routines, even warm-ups and cool-downs. Their horses were stronger and more resilient, giving them a battlefield edge. The Marianu, their elite charioteers, formed a warrior brotherhood at the heart of the empire. This professional force made their army uniquely effective. The entire state was organized to support chariot warfare, from breeding horses to training warriors. While others balanced infantry and chariots, the Mitanni went all in. For over a century, no one could match them on the open plains. Their chariot mastery defined their identity and power. They were the undisputed chariot masters of their time. Their legacy would shape warfare for generations. The Mitanni's chariot corps was their greatest weapon, and their lasting legend. Their innovation changed the ancient world. The Mitanni were part of the Great Powers Club: Egypt, Hittites, Babylonia, Assyria, and themselves. These kingdoms were bound by diplomacy, trade, and war. The Amarna letters show kings treating each other as equals, exchanging gifts and royal brides. Mitanni and Egypt were fierce rivals, battling for control of Syria, until a stalemate led to peace and marriage alliances. Princesses like Tatukipa married pharaohs, sealing strategic alliances. With the Hittites, relations were hostile. Suppiluliuma I's campaigns shattered Mitanni power. The Hittites sacked Washukani and installed puppet kings. To the east, Mitanni dominated Assyria for a time, but this bred resentment. As Mitanni weakened, Assyria broke free and attacked from the east. Mitanni was squeezed between Hittite and Assyrian ambitions. The ancient Game of Thrones was brutal, and ultimately fatal for Mitanni. Their alliances and rivalries shaped the fate of the region. The Mitanni's rise and fall was a masterclass in ancient power politics. Their story is one of shifting alliances, epic battles, and royal intrigue. In the end, the pressures from all sides proved too great. The Mitanni's place in the Great Powers Club was both their strength and their undoing. Their legacy endures in the records of their rivals. Though the Mitanni vanished, their influence lived on. Their greatest legacy, the spread of the light war chariot and advanced horse training. The Hittites learned from them, using Mitanni techniques to build their own empire. The Kukuli manual, found in Hittite archives, is proof of this transfer of knowledge. Mitanni art and craftsmanship also left a mark. Newsy-ware pottery, glassmaking, and intricate cylinder seals. Their artistic style influenced neighboring cultures, especially Assyria. As a crossroads empire, they blended Hurrian, Indo-Aryan, and Mesopotamian traditions. They adopted and adapted gods, ideas, and technologies, creating a cultural melting pot. Their diplomatic correspondence helped establish Akkadian as the international language. Politically, they showed it was possible to unite northern Mesopotamia under one rule. After their fall, the Neo-Assyrian Empire built on their foundations. The memory of a unified northern state endured for centuries. The Mitanni's ghost haunted the region, a reminder of lost power. Their innovations shaped the ancient world long after their empire disappeared. The legacy of the horse lords endures in history's shadows. How does a superpower vanish? The fall of Mitanni was a slow, painful decline, not a single event. The Hittite king Suppiluliuma I struck first, sacking Washukani and installing a puppet king. Mitanni became a vassal, fractured and weakened. Meanwhile, the Assyrians seized their chance, breaking free and attacking from the east. Mitanni was caught in a deadly pincer, Hittites to the west, Assyrians to the east. King Shadewaza was forced to serve the Hittites, reducing Mitanni to a buffer state. The final blow came when Assyria, under Shalmaneser I, crushed the remnants of Mitanni. The population was brutally suppressed, the territory annexed. The Mitanni kingdom was wiped off the map, its people absorbed into Assyria. Their cities crumbled, their language vanished, and their names survived only in enemy records. For millennia, they were forgotten, until archaeologists rediscovered their story. The fall of Mitanni is a stark reminder of how fragile power can be. Internal strife, brilliant rivals, and rebellion brought down a superpower. The Ghost Empire disappeared into the sands of time. Only fragments remain to tell their tale. The story of the Mitanni isn't over. Every new dig in Syria, Iraq, or Turkey could reveal a new clue, maybe even the lost capital, Washukani. Imagine uncovering their royal archives, hearing their story in their own words. The search for Washukani is one of history's last great adventures. The Mitanni remind us that history is full of lost kingdoms and unsolved mysteries. Their clues are scattered in pottery, letters, and the names of their gods. The world of the Mitanni is one of epic battles, royal intrigue, and enduring mysteries. They went from footnote to superpower, and there's still more to learn. If you've enjoyed this journey, your own expedition has just begun. There are countless lost civilizations waiting to be discovered. Join us as we explore more forgotten stories. The next great discovery could be just around the corner. The expedition continues.